then, Nick. How's it going, mate?
It's going fine, Archie.
And how's little Alice? You got a kiss for your Uncle Archie, yeah?
Not even one yet. She's showing sign of good taste already.
Good help from Elsa. She hasn't changed her mind, I hope.
No, not a thing.
Oh, well, it looks like Daddy's going to be looking after you, doesn't it? Look, if there's anything I can do to help, just give us a shout, eh?
Thanks, Archie. Got a feeling I'll need all the help I can get.
Hey. What about your job? I mean, looking after her's going to be a full-time occupation, isn't it? How are you going to manage?
To tell you the truth, I've not thought that far ahead. All I can think about right now is I've got my daughter back, and that's all that matters. And I'm loving every minute of it.
Still got that newspaper out?
No, they gave me the push ages ago.
It's good to see you happy again, mate.
Cheers. You know, I thought I'd lost her. I thought I was going mad. But now she's back. Everything's gonna be great. See ya.
See you later.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Kim. We were just getting acquainted.
So I see. How are they settling in, Zoe?
Some cuts and bruises, but nothing that a few days rest and fee won't cure.
Great.
Has Chris forgiven you yet?
Not quite. I don't think he realises the damage it could have done to my business. And imagine if word got round that Tate's haulage was transporting horse meat to Europe.
Oh, so sentiment didn't come into it then? 20 ponies rescued from French butchers purely for business reasons. Kim Tate, you're a hard woman.
Have you seen Frank at all this morning?
No, he's avoiding us as usual.
That's not fair.
Oh, come on, Kim. He's hardly spoken to Patrick the whole time he's been here.
Well, it's not as bad as that, Zoe. I don't suppose I'm quite what he expected, that's all.
Oh, I thought Dad, of all people, would understand. He married you, didn't he?
He just needs to get used to the idea.
Of course. He's just a bit upset.
He's upset. What about me? I bring home a man I'm very fond of, and my father treats him like dirt. I really thought he would understand, Kim. Seems I was wrong.
Careful, Rachel. You had me over then.
Sorry.
No chance of you getting off your backside lending a hand, is there? That's what university education does for you. Glad I never had one.
It's what I keep telling you, Joe. You don't want two revolting students on your hands, do you?
Now, we're not going to start that lock again, are we? Have you sent off your Yoka forms?
Yeah, you know I have.
Good. What time's Amos coming tonight?
I told him 6:30. Why?
I just thought we'd pop down to Woolpack, celebrate New Year there.
I suppose so, if he wants to go.
Well, why shouldn't he?
Well, he's not been there since Adam took over. He might not like the changes too much.
Oh, I forgot. Crikey, late the place.
Never mind. We'll all see the new year in at home. Best place for it, anyway.
Hey, you ready?
Yeah, give us a minute.
Hang on. How about the washing up?
Joe, I can't. I've got to go out.
Charming. You've lazed about all morning. Now you can't be bothered to lend Ma a hand.
I'm on holiday. Aren't holidays for lazing about?
Look, we're in no hurry, Rachel.
Off you go now. I've nearly finished.
Thanks, Annie.
University education. Who'd have it?
Here, here.
We off to, love?
I thought I'd take a run up to Topfield, check on the sheep.
That's a good idea. If you hang on a tick, I'll come with you.
You're doing it again, Jack, aren't you?
What?
Mollycoddling. Wrapping me in cotton wool. I'm perfectly capable of getting up to the top field and back without being kidnapped, you know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean... I just thought you might like some company, that's all.
I just wish you'd stop treating me like a piece of Dresden china.
Well, it's only because I love you.
I know. You're driving me around the bend.
I'm sorry. Off you go, then.
See you later.
Don't be too long, will you? Don't want to be organising search parties again.
It's a joke. Look at it. They must be weeks behind schedule.
It's not that bad.
I'm not having it, Kim. I'm getting in touch with the contractors. Get them to come back to work early.
It's the holidays. You won't be very popular.
I don't give a monkeys about popularity.
Yeah, so I've noticed. You're not exactly popular with Zoe at the moment.
What does she expect? I don't know what she sees in him.
Perhaps if you spoke to her about it, you'd find out.
Every time I think of them,
It's really got to you, hasn't it?
He's old enough to be her father. How do you expect me to feel?
Come on, Frank, they're just friends. Don't you think you're overreacting?
You've seen them together. They're more than just friends.
Look, I've got to get on. I'll see you back at the house later.
Yeah.
Come on, Frank. It's New Year's Eve. You're supposed to be happy.
Do
Do you think she likes it?
Yeah, of course she does. You love teddy bears, don't you? You can't get enough of them. How was Elsa over Christmas?
Not so bad, considering.
She's not changed her mind, then?
No, oh no. It didn't seem right, though. Alice not being there, Christmas Day of all days.
What's her decision?
I know. I can't stop worrying about it, though. It was a terrible thing for her to do.
It was the right thing to do, Elizabeth.
Right. A mother abandoning her daughter. I can't believe how selfish she's being.
No, it was the most unselfish thing she's ever done.
Nick, how can you say that? Well, if she loved Alice, she wouldn't be able to just...
But that's just the point. She loves Alice, really loves her.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
No, listen, Elizabeth. She knew I'd be able to look after Alice better.
She should have come back.
Why? What's the point? She would have just have been miserable, and she would have made us miserable too. Elsa's done the best thing for me and for Alice. You must understand that.
Well, I'm sorry, Nick, but I don't think it's right whichever way you look at it. Well, I mean, how are you going to manage doing a job and looking after Alice?
I'm sorry you feel like this. Thought maybe I could count on you.
Oh, Nick, love, I don't mean to sound unsympathetic. It's... Well, to tell you the truth, I'm just a bit stunned by it all. I can't pretend I'll ever understand. But you can count on me. Always remember that.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
In fact, why don't you come back this evening for your tea? There'll only be Eric and me. You'll be most welcome.
Eric Pollard?
Yes?
Sure I wouldn't be playing the gooseberry?
Nonsense. It's not at all like that.
Only joking. No, I think me and Alice are going to have a night in tonight, aren't we?
Are you sure?
Positive. Hey, you're not using your best silver, are you? Only, you know Eric Pollard's got a bit of a reputation.
Go on. Be off with you.
Any joy with the contractors? You managed to get them?
You're joking. New Year's Eve begins about midday for those blokes.
I was better make some coffee. Fancy a cup?
You could make that a large scotch, could you?
Frank, that's not funny.
It wasn't meant to be.
You're blowing this out of all proportion.
They're at least a month behind schedule.
It's not the building site I'm talking about. You're just using that as an excuse. Zoe and Patrick, isn't it?
I don't expect you to understand, Kim. She's not your daughter.
Oh, for crying out loud, why are you being so stupid?
Look, leave me alone, Kim. I'll sort this out for myself.
Look, darling. Oh.
Weren't you going to make some coffee?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Guess who?
Oh, I hate it when people do that.
Archie Brooks, you never change.
Oh, Zoe!
Oh, put me down. You don't know where I've been.
Oh, God, I heard you were... Why do you get in touch? It's great to...
Hey, slow down.
Oh, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you, too. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah. So how long are you going to be staying?
I'm going back in a few days, I'm afraid.
Oh, that don't give us much time, does it? I tell you what, let's go out tonight together. We'll paint Beckendale red. Just the two of us. What do you say?
It's a bit awkward, just the two of us. I brought a friend home with me.
Oh, bring him with us, the more the merrier.
Well, it's a boyfriend, actually.
What, you mean like a proper boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, that don't matter. It's really good to see you again.
And a happy new year to you, too.
Problems?
Trying to get hold of the contractors, get them back to work.
On New Year's Eve?
Yes. I thought you'd gone out with Zoe.
No, she wanted to try and track down Archie. I thought I'd leave her to it. Listen, Frank, if either of us had realized how upset you'd be, I'd never have come here.
Well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? You're here.
That's right. Let me tell you something else. I don't know what's going to happen between Zoe and me. Probably nothing, really. But if anything should happen, there's nothing you can do or say that will stop me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go and find Zoe.
I can't believe Dad's attitude towards Patrick. You'd think I brought home Frankenstein's monster the way he's carrying on.
How long you been seeing this wrinkly, then?
Patrick is not a wrinkly.
All right, then. Boyfriend.
Why do you say it like that, boyfriend? I did expect some sympathy from you, some understanding.
You're unbelievable, you, sometimes. You really are.
Why? Oh, Archie Brooks, you're jealous.
Stop being ridiculous.
I'm taking a gentleman, please.
I'm going.
Oh, Archie.
See you later.
Oh, Archie, wait.
Very pleasant, and he makes a nice change.
You know you're always welcome, Amos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was thinking about Woolpack, actually. This must be first New Year's Eve as I've not spent behind bar for, I don't know how long.
Well, you deserve a rest, Amos. I reckon running a pub is harder than running a farm.
Oh, maybe so, Joe, maybe so. I only wish Mr. Woots had had time to enjoy his retirement and all.
Oh, it's funny. On Christmas Day, I was thinking how strange it was without him. But he'd only been here a few months.
I know what you mean, Annie. It seemed like he'd been here forever, didn't it? Part of the family.
We'll all miss him.
Yeah. Well, here's to absent friends.
Absent
friends. I thought we might all go down to Woolpack later on, just for one drink, the most, for old time's sake.
Oh, no, Amos, we're very comfortable here. It's chilly out.
Yeah, you stay in the warm, eh?
I'll go with you, Amos.
Rachel.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the old place again after all this time.
Have some more wine, Amos.
Oh, no thanks, Joe. I want to leave room so as I can test Mr. Turner's best bitter.
That was excellent. I haven't eaten so well in years.
Thank you, Eric. It's nice to have my cooking appreciated. Michael usually just wolfs it down.
It's not just the meal, Elizabeth. Do you know, I thought New Year would be just like any other. You know, having the odd drink, too many, wishing everybody a Happy New Year, and wishing I had somebody to share it with.
Well, you have now, Eric.
Yes, I know. And thank you, Elizabeth.
Come on, Michael, the Woolpack will be packed out soon.
I just want to finish these.
But don't blame me if we can't find a seat.
Well, if you'd helped me, I'd be finished quicker, wouldn't I?
Should have followed Mark's example. I bet he's not worrying about washing up at his party.
So how's that villa of yours, Amos? The one you bought in Spain?
Ooh, I bought some photos to show you.
Oh, great. I don't know. Amos and a villa in Spain. I thought you'd taken a ton of dynamite to ship you from Yorkshire.
Ah, well, these last few winters have chilled me to the bone, can't ever seem to get warm. So I made up my mind. It were time to explore warmer climes. Feel heated sun on your bones.
It's very nice, Amos. By the sea and all here. Have a look, man.
When are you going?
Couple of weeks. There's alterations as want doing. I'll have to be there to supervise, like.
Well, if you want a hand moving, Amos, you know where to look.
Oh, I know where to look, all right.
I told you, Amos, really. I'll think about it. I won't be rushed.
You're not going to Spain with Amos, Ma.
I haven't come to a decision yet. We'll leave it at that, shall we?
It'd be a grand holiday for you, Annie.
Somehow, Amos, I don't see that going to Spain with you will be a holiday. More like an endurance test.
Good heavens, Kim, what are you doing?
Looking for the brandy.
Oh, I didn't think you drank brandy.
It's Frank. There's a bottle missing. I think he's taken it and gone off somewhere.
Oh, no, I thought he was over all that.
So did I. He's been so good lately. Not one lapse since...
I really thought he'd beaten it.
He's an alcoholic, Zoe. He's never beaten it. That's what they say, isn't it? One day at a time.
But everything was going so well. It's Patrick, isn't it? I shouldn't have brought him home. I should have known.
I'm afraid it is my fault. I had a bit of a go at him this afternoon.
It's not your fault, Patrick. If it's anyone's, it's mine. I knew he was in a funny mood.
So, what do we do now?
What we always do. Wait for him to come home, take it from there.
for a lovely team, Mrs. Sugden. It was smashing.
Come on, Michael, I want to go.
Well, we'll see you then, Amos.
We'll be right behind thee, lad.
Amos, it's cold outside. Let's stay in the warm by the fire.
Aye. I tell you what, I got a nice bottle of malt whiskey I got from Jack and Sarah for Christmas. Let's try that, eh?
That sounds very tempting, Joe, but I have been promising myself a Woolpack pint all day.
There was a nice film on telly tonight, Amos. I'm sure you'll enjoy
I'm
it.
beginning to think as you don't want me to go down to Woolpack. Is something wrong?
No.
Good. Because I'm going down for a drink, even if you're not.
Better ring Alan and warn him that Amos is on his way.
We'd best be off if I'm to be any use to Alan.
Do you have to?
I did promise him, Eric. I wouldn't want to let him down at the last moment.
No, of course not. Just so long as you find a moment at midnight so we can see the new year in together.
Of course. Eric, we will have to still be, well, discreet. You understand?
I'm the soul of discretion. Just you make sure you're close to me when midnight strikes.
I'll try. You don't mind, do you? The secrecy, I mean.
Mind? I'm loving every minute of it. Touch of the clandestine adds a bit of spice, don't you think?
Well, if I'm honest, I must admit it does. Anyway, I dare say we won't be able to keep it quiet much longer. The gossips will find out about us soon enough.
Yes, all right. Thanks very much. Bye. Oh, no one seems to have seen him.
I'm sure he's fine, Kim.
Why don't Zoe and I go and look for him?
Well, where, for heaven's sake?
He might have gone down to the holiday village.
Yes, he did mention that.
Well, it's worth a try, I suppose. Why doesn't he just let me know where he is?
He's probably just talking to somebody, forgotten the time.
Yeah, or laying drunk in some hotel room, more like. I'll kill him, Zoe. So help me.
Oh, Amos. Evening, Amos. Welcome back to the Woolpack.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. What in heaven's name is that?
It's a man trap, Amos.
Oh, I thought it were, though what it's doing in a country pub, I can't imagine.
It's a country artefact. It's part of our heritage.
Heritage? A man trap?
Yes, it's traditional.
Far be it from me to criticise Mr. Turner, but I would have thought Woolpack had plenty of its own tradition. I thought you understood that when I let you buy it. Told you wouldn't like it, Mr. Turner.
The ale hasn't changed. Let me buy you a pint.
Not just at the moment, Joe, thanks. I want to have a proper look round. I understand you've got some sort of fancy restaurant tap room now. Gourmet cooking, they tell me.
Yes, that's right, Amos. We're building up quite a little reputation.
Everybody were quite content with plain cooking in my time, of course. Nice homely meat pie.
Quite right, Amos. Note to beat it.
Oh, come on, Mr. Turner. You'd best show me this new kitchen of yours. Let's get it over with.
Kim, where are you? Kim?
Frank, thank heavens.
Hello, love. Happy New Year.
Frank, where have you been?
Getting the builders back to work.
What?
I went to see the contractors, took a bottle of brandy as a sweetener. The builders are back to work tomorrow.
Thank goodness.
Hey, come on. It wasn't that big a deal. I just buttered them up a bit, dropped a few hints about penalty clauses, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have phoned you.
Frank, I do love you.
Well, we tried to stop him coming. Ma was practically force-feeding him with mince pies in the end to keep him there.
Hi, everybody. Who'd like a drink?
All right. I'll have a pint, please.
And one for Seth and Eric as well, please, Carol. And your own. Thanks very much. How about you, Michael?
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. No Sarah tonight, Jack.
Oh, she's a bit tired. Keeping Ma company.
You should get your mum a video. You can see some really interesting things on video these days, can't you, Michael?
What do you reckon the name of?
I'd not have believed it possible to do so much at all Woolpack in so short a time.
Told you, Mr. Turner.
Well, I'm sorry you disapprove, Amos. But as you so rightly say, it is my pub now.
Nay, Mr. Turner, don't take on so.
Sorry?
I think it looks very nice. Apart from man-trap, that is.
Oh, but you like it, then?
Well, not entirely to my taste, of course, but aye. Very nice. I kept telling Mr. Wilkes the Nose as how we should modernise, but he hated change. I could never get him to agree to it. Held me back a lot, did Mr. Wilkes.
She's usually well asleep by now. You know it's New Year's Eve, don't you? That's why you're playing up.
She'll want to celebrate New Year's Eve. We ought to take her down at Woolpacking and nappies.
What?
Yeah, put a 1992 ribbon on her.
I could dress Seth up as 1991. Look, why don't you go down the Woolpack, Archie? Everybody'll be there.
Not bothered.
You don't want to run into Zoe and her new boyfriend, do you?
What do you mean, boyfriend? He's old enough to be a father.
Yeah, come on, you've fancied her for ages.
No, we're just good mates.
So why are you so upset then?
I'm not upset.
Yeah.
Look, go and get beers in, I'll feed her.
You do know what to do, don't you?
Yeah, you just ram it straight in the mouth, don't you?
Ridiculous, of course you don't.
It's a joke. Lynn let me feed Pete loads of times. I'm becoming quite an expert. Here.
Right then. There you go. Oh, Archie.
Oh.
Hello. The main thing, though, is to make sure that she's swallowed the first mouthful before you deliver the next.
Relax. You like your Uncle Archie feeding you, don't you?
There you go.
Cheers. Yes. Yeah, bye-bye.
Thanks, Archie. You've been a good mate to me.
That's what friends are for, isn't it?
Yeah, well, cheers. Happy New Year.
Yeah, especially for little. Tell you what, here's to Alice. Happy New Year.
So nice to see young love flourishing. Have you seen Zoe yet, Michael?
Look, just leave it then. You've been silly.
What's she going on about now?
Oh, nothing. She's just been stupid.
So you've no lady friend to see in the new year with then, Eric? Thanks, Ren.
Why do you ask?
I'm just interested.
Ah, well, I'm fine, thank you.
Then I won't be sorry to see the end of this year.
No, me.
Sarah's all right. You two are too good together for out to go wrong.
Well, I hope you're right.
I'm right.
There we are, Amos.
Oh, cheers, Mr. Turner. Yes, I must say, restaurant looks most impressive. You'd never think as how it were all taproom.
Oh, thank you, Amos. It would give me great pleasure if you'd be my guest one evening.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. I'm not one for fancy food, the nose.
You've never offered me a free meal, Mr. Turner.
I don't intend to start now, so how about it?
It'd give me great pleasure, Mr. Turner.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, he's ready. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Michael. Cheers, Jack. Happy New Year, Lynn.
Happy New Year, Jack.
All right.